The casting process for the 1929 movie, The Broadway Melody, was meticulous and thorough. As the production team searched for the perfect actors to bring the characters to life, auditions were held to assess potential candidates. Each key actor was carefully chosen based on their talent, charisma, and suitability for the role they were being considered for. Chemistry tests were conducted to ensure that the dynamics between the actors were authentic and believable on screen. Pivotal moments during the casting process included standout performances during auditions that captured the essence of the characters, helping the casting directors envision how each actor would fit into the film. Ultimately, the chosen actors not only met the artistic vision of the director, but also displayed a natural rapport with their fellow cast members, enhancing the overall chemistry of the ensemble. The final cast selection was a delicate balance of individual talent, collective chemistry, and the ability to embody the spirit of the Broadway melody.
Oh, don't cry, dear. Hank won't be...
The director of the Broadway melody had a clear vision for the film. Their approach involved weaving together elements of drama, romance, and music to create a compelling story. Drawing from creative influences of the time, the director incorporated innovative camera techniques and song and dance numbers to capture the essence of the Broadway scene. Collaborating closely with the cast and crew, the director emphasized authenticity in performances and attention to detail in set design to transport viewers into the world of this classic. Overall, the director's style was characterized by a balance of storytelling depth and entertainment value, making the Broadway melody a timeless piece of cinematic history.
I knock it off of his lads. They're going some. Come on, unconscious, put the load down.
The Broadway Melody is a movie from 1929 that showcases the world of show business. You'll be surprised by the funny, shocking, and sad facts revealed in this classic. What makes it timeless is its portrayal of the entertainment industry's glitz and challenges. One scene that sticks is its iconic dance numbers. Do you have a special memory tied to this film? Share your stories below. During the production of the Broadway Melody in 1929, the set design featured elaborate and glamorous interiors to capture the essence of Broadway. Locations included bustling city streets and vibrant theaters to add authenticity to the film. Logistical challenges arose from coordinating large dance numbers and complex set changes. Innovative techniques such as sound recording directly onto the film allowed for synchronized sound during filming, a groundbreaking technology for the time. The production team also utilized early Technicolor sequences to enhance certain musical performances, creating a visually stunning experience for audiences. Overall, the production of the Broadway Melody pushed boundaries in both technical and creative aspects of filmmaking in the early days of cinema.
We do to them on the Gus Sun time. We knocked them off their seats. Come in.
The movie, released in 1929, known as the Broadway Melody, is a significant piece in the history of American cinema. It was one of the earliest musical films produced, showcasing the transition from silent films to sound pictures. The story follows two sisters who move from their hometown to New York City to pursue show business careers. As they navigate the challenges and temptations of the Broadway scene, their relationship is tested. The movie is praised for its musical numbers and dance sequences, which captured the spirit of the era. The Broadway Melody became a commercial success and won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Its impact on the film industry is still felt today, laying the foundation for many musical films that followed. The creation of the film score and soundtrack in the 1929 movie, The Broadway Melody, was a crucial element in enhancing the narrative and an emotional tone of the film. Composers and musicians involved worked meticulously to ensure that the music complemented the story and evoked the intended emotion. By crafting melodies that captured the essence of each scene, they brought depth and richness to the movie-going experience. The soundtrack of this classic showcased the talents of the artists and their ability to create music that resonated with the audience, adding another layer of significance to the storytelling. The seamless integration of music with the visual elements helped to create a cohesive and immersive cinematic experience for viewers, highlighting the importance of a well-executed score and soundtrack in enhancing the overall impact of a film. As the first CinemaScope movies of the 1950s showcased the wonders of widescreen technology, the classic opens with a cacophony of sounds in a music publisher's office, preparing viewers for 2 hours of continuous auditory engagement. Anita Page, a lead actress, had a tumultuous personal life, eloping to Tijuana with her first husband, but later annulling the marriage due to his unresolved previous one. Nacio Herb Brown and Arthur Freed were initially hired for $250 a week, but went on to earn an impressive $500,000 in royalties. The Broadway Melody remains a significant milestone in the history of film for its innovative approach to sound and music.
Pretty good for an opening, Queenie?
Oh, that's...
Say, you know, if you don't hurry, you're going to miss that train.
The Broadway Melody, released in 1929, features several iconic scenes that have left a lasting impact on audiences. One such moment is the opening sequence where the main characters perform a mesmerizing tap dance routine. The direction in this scene is masterful, capturing the energy and synchronization of the dancers. The choreography, combined with the vibrant cinematography, creates a visual feast for the viewers. Another memorable scene is when the lead actress delivers a heartfelt solo performance, showcasing her emotional range and vulnerability. The director's choice of close-up shots intensifies the raw emotion, drawing the audience into her world. The actress's performance is praised for its authenticity and depth, further enhancing the impact of the scene. Furthermore, a show-stopping musical number towards the end of the film showcases the grandeur and spectacle of Broadway. The elaborate set design and extravagant costumes add to the opulence of the scene, dazzling the audience with its sheer splendor. Filmmakers and actors involved in the Broadway Melody have commented on these iconic scenes, highlighting the meticulous attention to detail in the direction, the powerful performances that resonate with viewers, and the visual appeal created through cinematography and production design. Overall, these pivotal moments in the Broadway Melody have solidified its status as a classic in the history of cinema, captivating audiences then and continuing to do so today.
Get out, but I won't get out before I'm finished with you.
Eddie, let's go!
Listen, I've been looking all evening for you. Yes, well, now that you found me, what do you want?
The number wedding of the painted doll, 307 feet in length, was filmed in two-color Technicolor. Except for a 16-second Technicolor fragment preserved at George Eastman House, it survives only in black and white. The original choreography was rejected, and the number had to be refilmed. Rather than have a live orchestra perform the music, the new choreography was filmed during a playback of the original take, making this the first film sequence filmed during a playback of pre-recorded music. Bessie Love won the role of Hank on the strength of her vaudeville act, in which she played a ukulele. She won a Best Actress Oscar nomination for her efforts and a contract at MGM. MGM was banking on movie stardom for Charles King, giving him star billing over both Bessie Love and Anita Page, despite the fact that both actresses had been silent stars, and this was King's film debut. Based on their success as a team in the Broadway Melody, he and Bessie Love were immediately reteamed in Chasing Rainbows, which failed to click with audiences. From that point on, King was quickly relegated to supporting roles, making just a handful of screen appearances before heading back to the stage. The Broadway Melody, released in 1929, captured the hearts of audiences and left a lasting impact on culture. This classic film resonated with viewers through its engaging storyline and captivating performances. Its influence on pop culture was profound, setting the stage for future musical films, The movie contributed to discussions on various social and cultural themes, shedding light on the challenges and triumphs of show business. The Broadway Melody's exploration of themes like ambition, love, and rivalry sparked conversations among viewers, making it a significant cultural touchstone of its time. The film's success paved the way for a new era of musical cinema, inspiring filmmakers and performers to explore the possibilities of combining music and storytelling on screen. Through its portrayal of relationships, dreams, and the pursuit of success in the entertainment industry, the Broadway Melody highlighted universal experiences that resonated with audiences across generations. This classic continues to be celebrated for its contributions to the evolution of American cinema and its enduring impact on the cultural landscape. Shot quickly and cheaply for $350,000, the movie was seen as an experiment by producer Irving Thalberg. He doubted audience response, but his instincts were right as it earned over $4 million. Anita Page, known for her role as Clark Gable's first on-screen love interest, starred in The Easiest Way. Despite other musicals having more songs, the Broadway Melody featured only 5 original numbers, with the title song performed 4 times in different settings. The iconic Art Deco set designed during the dress rehearsal scene later appeared in That's Entertainment.
Day and gone tomorrow. No home, no nothing. Hank?
The Broadway Melody was met with a mix of reviews by critics at its release in 1929. While some praised its innovation as one of the first sound musicals, others criticized its plot and character development. Audience reactions were more positive, with many enjoying the musical performances and dance numbers. The film went on to win the Academy Award for Best Picture at the Second Academy Awards, making it the first sound film to receive such an honor. This achievement was significant for the cast and crew, as it solidified their place in cinematic history and validated their hard work in transitioning to the era of sound films. Overall, the critical reception and awards for the Broadway Melody helped establish it as a landmark in the history of cinema, paving the way for future musical films.
Jacques Warriner. Oh, if it wasn't for Queenie, I'd be the happiest girl in the world.
The Broadway Melody from 1929 initially planned to star vaudeville sisters Duncan sisters, but Bessie Love and Anita Page stepped in. Later that year, MGM spotlighted the Duncan sisters, which didn't fare well on screen. The Gleason Music Publishing Company, named after James Gleason, features the film's composer as a pianist. Anita Page, a silent star before this movie, showed strain in her performance. The raw quality of experimentation in the performances is what appeals to modern audiences.
Move over.
During the making of the Broadway Melody, there was a particularly amusing incident involving the lead actress. She had a fear of water and was supposed to film a scene where she had to wade through a shallow pool. Every time she tried, she would scream and run out, causing the crew to burst into laughter. Eventually, they had to use a body double for that particular scene. Despite the hiccup, the actress handled it with good humor, and it became a memorable moment on set.
Well, because I want to. Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
Well, you're not, and you're gonna...
Anita Page, known for her role in the classic movie, fell in love with Coronado, California, during a film shoot in 1929. She lived there for over 40 years before relocating to Los Angeles. Despite a 60-year hiatus, she returned to acting in the 2000s. Director Robert Wise drew inspiration from overhead shots of Manhattan in the movie's prologue, influencing his work on West Side Story. Both films earned the prestigious Academy Award for Best Picture in their release years.
Of the painted doll. It's a jolly day, the news is spreading all around the...
Broadway Melody, released in 1929, holds a significant place in film history as one of the first sound films to win the Academy Award for Best Picture. This classic showcased the transition from silent films to talkies, revolutionizing the industry and setting a precedent for future musicals. The film's innovative use of synchronized sound, and music paved the way for the musical genre, influencing countless filmmakers and productions. Its success demonstrated the commercial viability of sound films, encouraging studios to invest in new technology and techniques. The movie's impact extended beyond its technical achievements. It also introduced themes and narrative structures that became staples in later musicals. The story of aspiring performers seeking fame on Broadway resonated with audiences and inspired subsequent works, including remakes and adaptation. The film's choreography and musical numbers set a standard for future productions, influencing the staging and presentation of musical sequences. Additionally, the movie's success helped establish MGM as a leading studio in the production of musicals, shaping the industry's landscape for decades. The legacy of this show is evident in the continued popularity of musicals and the enduring appeal of stories centered around the pursuit of dreams in the entertainment world. Its influence can be seen in later classics like Singin' in the Rain and more modern productions that draw on its themes and stylistic innovation.
Please, won't you change your mind?
I'm sorry, but really I can't.
Oh, come on. Please do.
No.
Mark 56 label released a 2-record set of the show's soundtrack. Initially, MGM aimed for another production, but a clash led to the Broadway melody being pushed forward. This classic won the first Best Picture award, setting a new standard in movie accolades. Charles King's transfer to this film marked a pivotal shift in MGM's cinematic focus.
Oh, Hank, I didn't think.
Oh, you never do. Oh, don't strain yourself. I'll get him.
Following the success of this film, nearly 75 musicals were produced in 1929 to 30. As sound technology advanced, each of these films surpassed the primitive effects of the original, particularly Ernst Lubitsch's The Love Parade and Ruben Mamoulian's Applause, both released later in 1929. Despite this, the Best Picture award was destined for the film that initiated this trend, as the Oscar season still aligned with the split-year release season of 1928 to 1929. A Technicolor dance sequence from the movie is now lost, and only available in black and white. The film was followed by Broadway Melody of 1936, Broadway Melody of 1938, and Broadway Melody of 1940. Another installment, Broadway Melody of 1943, was planned to star Eleanor Powell and Gene Kelly, but the project was abandoned. A dance number filmed by Eleanor Powell for this project was later edited into Thousands Cheer.
That's all right, Queenie.
The Broadway Melody marked significant milestones in film history. It was the first musical to incorporate playback of the musical soundtrack during filming. The movie also brought leading man Charles King, a seasoned Broadway star, into the Hollywood scene. Charles King, with a successful theater career dating back to 1908, was a notable addition to the film's cast. Furthermore, the Broadway Melody stands as the first all-talking musical feature, paving the way for future musical films. Notably, the movie's success led to the creation of 3 sequels in the years following its release. These sequels continued the legacy of the Broadway Melody, further solidifying its impact on the film industry.
Say, I've decided to take those 30 weeks. You could team me up with that blonde.
Bessie Love won the role of Hank not on the basis of her silent screen appearances dating back to 1915, but on the strength of her vaudeville act, in which she played a ukulele, fueled by her character's fanatical devotion to her sister, which borders on the incestuous love found pathos in an otherwise threadbare plot, and her deeply felt, painfully etched dressing room scene clinched both a Best Actress Oscar nomination and an MGM contract. Ironically, she drifted into supporting roles soon after her greatest success, and spent the remainder of her long career in bit parts, most of which were uncredited. The film was the first production to use pre-recorded music on its soundtrack, which is the standard in Hollywood today. There are 3 versions of this film in circulation. The original sound-on-disc release has no underscoring under the MGM logo, and the song "Give My Regards to Broadway" begins after the credits fade. The left side of the screen is partially missing to compensate for the sound-on-disc track. This version is available on the long out-of-print MGM UA Dawn of Sound Laserdisc set. For the film's 1939 reissue to theaters, MGM supplanted the original opening logo with a then up-to-date Leo, the lion logo, perhaps in an effort to make the film look less dated. The song Give My Regards to Broadway begins midway through the credits. This was the print used for the 2006 Warriner home video DVD release. The third version, silent, and distributed to theaters not yet rigged for sound production, has yet to surface for modern-day audiences.
Why, certainly.
Hank, did you pack my new dress in the trunk?
I'll get it for you.
Have you ever watched the movie The Broadway Melody? Share your experiences and memories with us. How did this classic impact you personally or influence your view on cinema? We'd love to hear your story. Like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic explorations. Your engagement is key to keeping the magic of movies alive.
Hearts beat quicker, man. Those skies are gray.